we'll be talking about how money is not bringing you happiness, yet money is the vehicle to freedom. How Welcome to the Eckert podcast, episode number 6. In today's episode, we'll be talking about how money is not bringing you happiness, yet money is the vehicle to freedom. How you need to do that one simple thing that I will share with you today so you can discover the happiness and the fulfillment in life. That's where you discover how really the money can make you happy. So stay tuned and find out how I did it so you can find your own happiness in all of it. So welcome to the show again, everybody. I am Eva Eckert. I am your host. I'm a Polish immigrant with a big heart, strong accent, as you can hear it, kick-ass husband, and 2 beautiful kids. American entrepreneur sharing an incredible mission to inspire women around the world to follow their dreams, their passions, their desires, so finally their life become more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the baddest superhero of your unique purpose is inside all of you, all of us, and we should share it with the world to make the world a better place. Think about Cleopatra, think about Nefertiti, Helen Keller, and all these amazing women in history. This show will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-discipline, so you can start making the excuses and create the life you finally desire and deserve by being the upgraded version of you and operate to dominate in your mindset, body, business, and relationships. Welcome to the show, guys. I'm gonna start the show with a gratitude because we all need some more gratitude in our life. So I want to say how I am thankful for my grit, for my perseverance, for my ideas, because we need to acknowledge ourselves. We need to acknowledge the outside world. And I'm so thankful for my son, my daughter always helping me record the episodes. I'm so thankful for them helping me with the past Freak Female event that we just had here at the Freak family residence, which was amazing outdoor event from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And our beautiful garden that just recently we started picking up the blueberries. So all these plants that we were planting together with my daughter, my husband who was actively helping me with the event, bringing a crazy amount of ice for the ice bath that we did, and all these amazing kick-ass women that showed up for this event. And this is just an inspiration for you to think and have a moment of quiet and gratitude and think how and what you are grateful for today. So spend a moment, write about it, journal about it, think who and what you are grateful for, and keep it close to your heart, because I am always thinking about the things that I have, the people that I have around me, you know, my 92 and 95-year-old grandparents, my mom who's taking care of them, my aunt, my Polish family and Polish friends. I mean, keep them close to your heart. So let's dive in into today's episode. And if you guys watch these episodes constantly, like one after one, but one by one, you kind of understand the story. You put the puzzles together, you put the pieces together, and my story is just for you to be inspired. You know that I'm Polish immigrant, that I speak with a strong accent, and maybe you are an immigrant and listening to this show, maybe something connected you to me, us, so you feel like I am gonna listen to these shows because there's valuable information and I feel like I can relate. Last episode I was talking how much we need to work on ourselves, how we need to do the journaling and reflection, and today we're gonna be talking about the money part, because you already know that I left this house, I left the babysitter job, so I am working. Let's put ourselves into the present situation so you kind of understand this whole thing. So I'm working in all these different restaurants in America. I'm working in all these different places. I have the part-time babysitting job. I work with cleaners. I mean, you name it. I am a bartender. It's just so many different places that I worked with, but I am still not fulfilled. I am still completely not happy. I make the money, I fly home, I invest, I buy myself a car, I help my mom, I help my family, but it's still something is not enough. Something is missing. And what I start seeing is I completely don't fit in Poland anymore. I don't fit in America. Anytime I go to Poland, I'm like, wow, this country is growing with a speed of a fighter jet. It's like there is so much going on in my country that it's like I cannot adjust. I cannot thinking I can't live there anymore. But here I am in America and doing all these jobs that I am not fulfilled to do. I'm thinking like I can't just be all my life just working in the restaurants. This is not my life's purpose. So throughout the whole thing, constantly, I'm going back to the habit of exercise, because I already had a habit of exercise. I was working out when I left Poland and I love this stuff. So I am always somehow connected to this, even though I am not having a regular schedule of a workout. I don't do my workouts like I used to. So there is that part of me that is missing this part in my life, these workouts, going to the gym, even though we didn't have gyms like we had in America. They were just organized classes, like in fitness gyms or even fitness studios that you would go and take. So there's a totally different world, but I'm missing this world. And I am also, like I'm telling you, I'm torn in between these two worlds, and I can't find my place. So I don't know if you are currently struggling with something like this, maybe the place where you live, or maybe you traveling between two countries, or maybe it's just your job that you feel like you can't find your place. It's totally normal, but it's good to listen to your heart and find out what is wrong, why you cannot fit in. So in me, I'm thinking, I want to be seen, I want to be loved, I want to have a purpose and passion in my life, so I feel fulfilled, so I can give it to people, right? So I can be of service to others. So I come across this amazing Polish lady. She introduced me to her husband. Her husband is like a head of amazing company, WSF, and I am not going to be giving exactly names, but this man is just taking me under his wing, and I start working for this amazing corporation, and I am connecting to people. I start seeing in me the entrepreneurial side. I want to push, I want to make money, I want to be of impact to others, I want to help people, but it's still something is missing. So is it the field of work that I'm working? Probably. There's also the environment, which I'm going to be talking about in my other episode, how environment is crucial for you to thrive. If the people are not supporting of you, if the people are not there to lift you up, you will be drowning in that water. But this is going to be in some other episode. So I am there, and what happens is, in the meantime, I am my current husband, we already meet and we start organizing these workouts for this company. So I'm seeing like, wow, this is kind of cool. I don't have my certification yet, but I'm working on it, right? I'm working on my AFAA certification. So he's teaching, I'm doing the warm-ups, I'm helping him. And I feel like this is something so cool that I totally thrive on. But even though it's new to me because it's a bootcamp style and I grew up on totally different type of exercises, I grew up on, music and beats per minute and kind of creating the choreography to a dance. We would do low impact aerobic, high impact aerobic, high low, all these different things, steps, but never something like this. So this is new to me, and this is I start discovering that I'm really more connected to the fitness, to the nutrition, to being so active. And so we started creating the Saturday workouts in a park, and we organized this group. We have a nice group. We started through people, and sometimes would grow to 20, 30 people. We're doing these amazing boot camps in the park. But in the meantime, I am still working full time. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I have to switch. I'm making the decision and I'm thinking I have to switch working for this company. This environment is no longer serving me. I am quitting and I start working in the other gyms, because what happens is I'm getting my certification. I'm like, yes, this is it. So I apply to all these different gyms. I am working all over New York, all over New Jersey. I literally drive from one place to the next. I start so early in the morning. Sometimes even I had a 5 a.m. session. And I am loving it. But what I'm realizing is that I am overtraining, that I have no recovery, that I'm sometimes training for 5-6 hours and I'm coming exhausted. So here is the thing, guys. Sometimes we have that dream. So this was my dream. I wanted to work in the gyms because the idea of opening up the gym is not totally clear. There's something maybe in the back of my head, but it's not completely clear. We're not discussing this yet. Steve is doing his personal training. I'm working with these gyms and loving the personal training aspect. I have different clients, but I don't like the idea of driving everywhere. And I don't like this idea of not having enough of recovery time. The fact that I need to work these crazy hours from so early to so late in the evening. And it's just everything is spread it out. Like there's no constant, like a good schedule for me. So I started having like a knee pain and a hip pain. And I'm thinking, maybe this is not for me. So hear me out. Maybe sometimes we have those dreams. But again, I was talking about this, that we have that dream. And if you have put yourself in a position to work in these different things in your life, in these different jobs that don't fulfill you, right? Then you have that dream and you're going towards the dream and you start working in a profession that maybe will lead you towards something that, okay, you know already they wanted to do it and you start working, but yet you're finding out that this is still not it. So you start questioning yourself, so what is the dream? I kind of wanted to do it, but then I don't want it. So this is okay, guys, because I want you to be exposed in your line of profession. I want you to have the breakthrough. Then in order for you, for the money to bring you happiness and joy, you need to be aligned and congruent with your mission. So in other words, that the making money must be aligned with your purpose and your mission. That's rule number one. You need to do in life what you love to do. And I want you to be exposed first on all these horrible jobs that you have. That's rule number one. And then start working in the line profession that you want, or go towards the dream, because then you're gonna be more clear on what exactly you want. Because here I am facing all these challenges, and I'm thinking, I guess this isn't it. So I am applying on department store job, and I'm thinking, if I have such a pain in my body, maybe this is not it. Maybe I'm starting to thinking that we just need to concentrate on the boot camp, and I'm just gonna be working in department store, and we somehow will make it. So I am working there, and I remember like today, a few weeks passes by, I'm really not happy there. I'm really not happy. So look, we have to go through the period of unhappiness, I think. We need to go through the period of such a struggle so the clarity will show up in front of us. Because I remember like today, sitting in this horrible room when people would have their storage. It was like a storage place when you hang your coats. Because I don't want to say exactly what department store I was working on. Because some people may be working there for life and they are happy, but it wasn't me. It wasn't just for me. So I am sitting there and I see the gray color, the dark room, there's no windows, and I feel completely depressed. I start crying. I remember calling my family, and the kids were not born yet, right? We were just dating with Steve, living together, and I'm like, I'm so unhappy here that I'm making that decision right there on the spot. I can't do this anymore. I just can't. This is it. I'm leaving this and I'm not coming back. I quit. I literally quit because I knew it that this is not for me. So here I am. This is not for me. I just worked in all these different gyms. That was my passion. That was my dream. And I can't work there because I'm so overexhausted and overtrained. So what is it? And then we start brainstorming and seeing and thinking, wait a second, we love the bootcamp style. That Saturday brings us so much joy because we kind of overseeing this whole session. We're not necessarily always in the trenches and doing 10 different workouts a day. This is it. So we decide to open up the gym. We decide to put everything into opening up our first location in Spring Valley. We invest $25,000 into the location, signing a lease, opening up the place, while I am still doing some part-time babysitter jobs, training my clients outside, all personal training clients. And this is the decision. This is it. That's what we're doing. So look, in order for you to fulfill your dreams, you need to, number one, be decisive. You need to make a decision quickly. Sometimes people overthink their decision. Sometimes they just ask so many questions. Like just recently I had a Freak Female event, and before some of these women signed up, they were asking so many questions. And what happens is sometimes when you ask too many questions, the too many answers will actually stop you from making this decision. Be a little faster. Start overthinking. Dive into something difficult. Just start. But I also have a question for you. Based on what you hear, how you heard my story, is there anything that you need to stop doing right now in your life? Maybe you need to cut and quit and just say, this is it. Or maybe you need to start something new completely. And also realize that sometimes the clarity is not there. Sometimes it takes digging, it takes brainstorming, it takes another person for you to see something. In this case, was my fiance. It was my future husband when we decided that this is it. We were so in love and passionate about fitness, nutrition, working out. We just loved it. But I needed his input so I would see clearly. Do you have a person like this in your life? Do you have a mentor? Do you have somebody that can help you with making the decision, or just seeing from the bird eye view? You know, like the drones flying around us and the picture is so much clearer. You just see it from above and it's just a different view. It's just a different view. We don't see this sometimes so clearly. So it's okay. But I want you to think about this for a moment. that maybe you just need that get rid of these clouds that are there. Maybe you are in perfect line of work, whatever you do, but you don't have the clarity. Sometimes we love certain things, but about certain subjects, but there are certain activities that we completely hate, and this is okay. Maybe that's the moment that you need to delegate something to someone, that you need to get rid of someone, of something, like I had to do. I had to get rid of that specific place. It wasn't for me. But you only will understand this if you reflect, if you will be doing the self-reflection, the journaling, the understanding why you do things the way you do, what makes you happy, what makes you excited or not. Those are the things that we need to spend the time on. And remember, in order for you to have the clarity, you need to focus on one thing and one thing only. And during the Freak Female event, and just even opening up our own first location, we focused on that one thing. We didn't try to have all these clients drive to them. We told them, come to our facility. This is what we're doing. One thing only. Because look, you get what you focus on, right? So a laser beam focus on one thing, and that's what's gonna give you clarity. That's what we were discussing also at the Freak Female Alliance event, because I see this so many times that women don't have clarity, and it's okay, guys, because we all can go through this in our lives, but you need to stay focused on one thing. So what I mean by that, sometimes you will be doing these jobs like I was doing. Sometimes you will be making money, but the money will not give you fulfillment and happiness because you are not aligned with your mission. You're not aligned with your purpose. You're not tapping into your uniqueness. You're not tapping into that innate force, and that you forget that it's only one you and one story of you, and that you need to connect to your story so you can help others. And this is very important to remember, that you have your own story, and that story is supposed to share. How can you take your story and help others? How can you take your story and create a service of others, to others? Because that's what we did. Our gym was like a machine that was turning overweight people into fit people. It was like a machine that would inspire people, allow them to fit in because they could not fit anywhere else. It was the best place to be. And we not only open up one location, we open up 2 locations. But in order for us to do that, we had to go through the struggle, not being able to pay for our rent, being behind the rent, being so pushed to the corner that we had to invest and hire a coach. We spent money that we didn't have to hire a coach. We spent money for our masterminds. We were investing, and that's being decisive. That's being decisive, also paying and signing up that lease. There was no other way other than going back. But here's the thing. I remember like today, I had someone that asked me, some lady from one of my personal training, group training clients, asked me that they wanted to invite me to a hair studio to do this Brazilian hair straightening, I remember. And she said, I wanted to test on you. We had that new product, and I just came out of there. I had my hair straight, beautiful, and I sit in my car in front of this new facility that we just signed the lease. And I was sitting there, and I'm like, holy fuck, what have I just done? I just signed a lease. I just put all the money into something that I don't even know that it's gonna work. That's a leap. That's a big decision. That's something that all of us need to make in order to feel pressure so we can push and work harder and really fulfill that mission that you had. That's what we did. Be aligned with that mission. Be aligned in alignment and be congruent. Congruent means being in harmony, what you're supposed to be doing in this life. So there are like literally 5 things. Focusing on, be decisive, be clear on your purpose, be aligned with your mission, and be congruent. That's it. That's where the fulfillment comes. And that's when you start feeling like, okay, I am making money and this brings me joy and happiness because I am of service to others. And today, look, from having these amazing peak physique bootcamp and boxing locations, we moved our coaching to an online coaching. Today we have Operate to Dominate, and we do one-on-one coaching. I coach women, Steve coaches men. We have alliance of our group coaching for couples, and we also do a separate coaching, men and women. And this is all based on what we've been through. Our business evolved, and it's okay. And as you evolve in life, your business will evolve, because you're gonna be discovering these new passions and these new little things that you come across because you exposed yourself to it, and you are so excited about the growth. Because I am excited about reading books, learning. That's an excitement for me. So I want you to find the same passion and excitement. I hope that this episode will be something that is gonna inspire you, but make you click more than inspiration. Because inspiration, motivation, yes, it's all great. But if you not use this, what I'm telling you, that you need to be in love with what you do. You need to be passionate. It will not click in you. And I want you to feel that click. I want you to flip that switch. I want you to feel it like this is it. This is it. I want to do it. I want to feel the same, because then the work will never feel like work. So guys, again, remember to look inward and reconnect with your innate force and find the purpose and the true meaning of you. Knowing it with clarity will give you unstoppable energy. Your superhero wings are invisible, but let them fly high with your ideas. May your discipline, energy, and confidence be unstoppable. May your passion and curiosity be endless. May your enthusiasm be infectious, and your inner glow shine through the project and service. And may your service be the service to others. That's the outcome for you that I want you to wish. Each of us makes the difference in the universe. I make mine now. It's time for you to shine. Thank you guys for being a part of this episode and watching and listening, watching on YouTube, listening this episode. Please like and share this episode with your friends, your family, and please make comments. Looking forward to hear from you. No excuses.